and expect a lot of action. Let's go, Choo-Choo.
Yeah, looking over Chi-Chi, that kind of remind me of Son Goku for no reason. You know what? I still... Do we actually see the Dragon Ball? I think it's supposed to be this year, right?
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding. It's this year, but they
Yeah, it's
never said
supposed...
when.
When? Yeah, that's the thing, because we were looking for... There's like Super Saiyan cosmetics, or even there's like a dragon coming in for sort of an event. Right, that would be super cool. And there's like Frieza, and there's like what else? Majin Buu. Oh my god!
Oh man, I can imagine the skins will sell like hotcakes for sure.
Oh
but
yeah.
look at the game. Oh, Choo-Choo, look at Painan. We have 2 teams inside of Painan.
Yeah, we do have the axe going over Painan with another team there just now. But so far, there's no fires being a warning shot's been open yet. No greeting or first contact by far. It's a bit peaceful. So I guess between the 3 days when we're starting off, yeah, they kind of mark themselves the territory not to overbreach the line drawn early on. But so far, haven't got anybody being knocked down yet. So everybody intact. I'm surprised how small Painan is, but no fire being shot yet.
Yeah, Painan is tiny, just divided by that river. But at least the circle is kind of kind. It's on the main peninsula, so it's not like... yesterday we got a half Camp Alpha circle, half Ruin circle. It was terrible for the players.
But it's good for you, right?
Oh yeah! You know we love all those evil circles.
Oh man. But we haven't got that evil yet, right? That extreme evilness inside, you know, when there's like 90% of water or just one small island.
Or maybe our favorite evil circle in Erangel. Just saying.
It's kind of hard to get that in Erangel. I mean, like, if it happens in Rama, that's going to be really miraculous because it's like almost 90% of land you get water. That would be really surprising. But back to a Scythe bootcamp, there's only KE so far. Nobody trying to actually contest this against them. So I think it's a bit peaceful for now, relatively peaceful. When it comes to Sanhok, you have to bear in mind it might be a bit conservative for the player not to overbreach himself or not to push too reckless for the fact that, you know, things are a bit slow when it comes to Sanhok. It's a smaller map, surprising, but it have been happening there like this for ages now.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, especially for Painan though. Okay, so now we are looking at Painan. We have APG and TX. Okay, looking at the current circle, so both of these teams will be forced to move. Even during the first circle, that's number 1. Number 2, there's no way you can share enough resources inside of Painan, so you still need to fight.
Well, they're not fighting, that's for sure.
I know, right?
I'm surprised. Like, why is everybody so nice? Why they're so polite in Wildcard? I mean, like, come on, guys, have a bit of a greeting. Be friendly with friendly fires. But for Falcon, on the other hand, they're just gonna hop over to small compounds instead, trying to find themselves some looting to do. It's the same old PUBG Mobile. You fly, you drop, you loot, and you survive, and that's just it for now when it comes to Sanhok. But the funny thing is, always the Erangel will be the most massive ones. But Sanhok, on the other hand, it has been very peaceful. I think people are one with the nature these days, so they are more friendly to it, more peaceful towards the greeneries, you know.
I'm going to put out a theory here. I think it's because Choo-Choo's around, you know.
Oh.
Everyone tends to behave.
Oh, because I'm being too critics, like too much critics, I might actually call out to them.
No, you just ask your manager. Your manager always behaves when you're around.
That's kind of true, but not really sometimes. You know, when you guys are around, he's not behaving that well, so thanks, guys. But we do have PBE. Raimon just hop over to the side with another vehicle, just going to look over. They're not breaching over, but I'm not sure about Davando from KE. There's no shots fired, and suddenly somebody just falls down.
Bruh. I don't know, he tripped over a stone or something.
That's so sad. It's like,
okay, but
yeah.
Luckily his teammates are there, so just say it.
There are cases where they're not being rescued as well, right? It's like, whatever, man.
Yeah, they'll be like, nope, you're not supposed to do that. Now you're going to learn your lesson. But in this case, like what you say, everyone's being nice because Choo-Choo's around.
Oh, that's being too nice. I'm not liking the fact they're being too nice here. But they're even having a bit of a gossip session for KE. Around the stone just now, having a bit of a share of the items and loot so far. For Kaya, trying to move in unison with the rest of the team. We do have 3 teams sharing the same compound here for TX, APG, and as well as the H2O. Now, H2O, You remember the
man.
days where we do have Kagura? Oh, never mind. Sonic. Take it on Nidu.
Yeah, I know you were going there. We'll talk about that later on. A little bit of a throwback moment. But speaking about throwing, I hope APG doesn't do that. So first blood is going to go to TX with Heng getting it.
Oh man, this is not going great for TX. They've been enclosed in every corner possible. Well, Hank tried to open ways. Teve, on the other hand, down on his knees, been taken down. But look at the DBS working. I mean, like, might as well make all the weapons DBS instead. Everybody just gonna use that. Zen kind of stuck in between by H2O. They are hammered down for Team X as APG H2O corner them in both ways, different angles entirely.
You know what? My wish list is to put back DBS into the airdrop. It's just so overused now.
You know what? I agree. It was first starting off with an airdrop. And now it's like nobody...
When it was in the airdrop, nobody wants to use it.
Yeah, that's the funny part. And now it's everywhere. Look at the entire team of X's fighter just gonna use the DBS instead. My goodness me. West Point Mamba and Mars already tried to cook up the net. It's less than 20 meters away between each other. And they tried to cook up the net and toss it over to the other building. And it might not clip so far, but look at how Michi just gonna come in from the side and from the flanks as well.
Oh, that nade onto Michi. Luckily he survived that. But Axis, they're opening up the flank. They're sending Amir behind. So one thing interesting about Axis, now that we have a little bit of downtime, they're the most diverse team in our wildcard now. They are not only mixed nationalities, Malaysia and Singapore, but they also have ladies in it.
Oh,
so we see Baby and
interesting.
Chichi.
I'm loving this. I'm loving for the fact there's a lady start to step in and step up when it comes to the gameplay. But wait for it. We have a fake Shroud, not the real in the other states. But yeah, it's going to be Shroud taking over some players there. But still, they're having a bit of a hold and a bit of a stalemate between these two teams. Team X, the X on the other hand. 1v2. This is going to be the real Shroud now. That's going to be the first team to be eliminated by one player only.
Wow. Did they fly him all the way from America to come join us? That'll be amazing.
America, yeah. That's the thing, though. Is it a real thing? Dun, dun, dun.
I want to know now. Dun, dun. Who knows?
But
maybe even the player camera, it's like, you know, it's
it'll
not
be really
him,
cool.
but it's him.
It's really cool if it's him. But you know what? I wish we have our C version of it. But that's going to be our C version. But for the next circle, we're going to have a bit centralizing towards the main peninsula, which is going to be on the right side of Bootcamp around there somewhere. But for BG, this is going to be one of the old OGs as well, the OG OGs that have been seen forever. For APG, I mean, like, Shroud just clutched 1v2 just now, and the Axe, I'm not sure what really happened when it comes to communication. Things can actually can go better, but it's just Shroud, man.
I know, right? But it was TX that started the fight, and it looked like they got the first few knocks, and all of a sudden APG just came back. So, I mean, maybe it's just experience, right? APG has been around for quite a while. We've seen Shroud in previous CE leagues as well.
True.
So maybe it's just experience is the differentiator.
That's kind of true. I mean, like, it's a mixture of fresh and new and old blood here, but Wefts from afar. It's going to be, I think it was Marnet, shot him down just now. We do know Marnet. He's such a good player. When it comes to his cross-air, he's hardly whiff stuff. He's like the eye from Mane is like the eye of the tiger and the eye of the eagles. He's taking on Ichi as well from afar. GE having a bit of a problem to cross over this small hill. But just by one person of Mane holding the angle so strong, while the others do hover around. Maybe Enigma, QB and Speaker be spotted by Romeo Boy because he's been holding that angle for quite some time now.
Yeah, not only them, they seem to be keeping eye onto Enigma as well. So Enigma, for now, they're nice and safe in the shack, but when the circle moves, it will be really interesting. But same goes for GE as well. Right now, I could say that Yahoo Galacticos probably have the best position, arguably.
So far, yes, so far. It depends on circle still. If a circle hot shift, then you know what? Once upon a time was a good circle, no more to be seen. It's always about that 5% of luck prediction of the circle as well. If you're good at predicting the patterns, you're going to be on top of your form every single round. So Marnet feels like he's experienced enough for that. Look at how he holds these high heels, these small heels, making sure GE couldn't cross over. They just couldn't get through them.
All right, so now that we have some downtime, so you want to tell your best memory of H2O, but we'll talk about that a little. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyway, so looking over at Marnet, Smile is not really smiling at the lower ground of this hill, but everyone's still pretty much fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, APG down to the last two.
It's just like a second of a bit of a brawl, and then like, yeah, we're done for now. We're tired, so yeah.
Yeah, but they're taking out the blue though, so that's pretty. Oh wait, hang on a second. What just happened there? Looks like an easy kill for Easy.
Too easy for him, I guess. Still gonna have a bit of a time to just reset himself, but the blue zone's not waiting for anybody. There's gonna be a bit of a problem for teams actually way too far from the center of the circle. You're gonna have to wait and see if anybody gonna get center. It's gonna be Falcon so far. We will be contented by H2O on top of Quarry, but there's so many teams coming out from the northern side.
So for the benefit of our viewers as well, why I mentioned that Sanhok is unhealable now is because they have increased the damage of the blue zone inside of Sanhok. So teams can no longer play that healing game that they used to, and we used to see previously. And I think that's pretty much like a wish come true, right? Like, we always talk about like, oh, if only they can increase that, so it will make the game a little bit more interesting. So that will also mean that when we go to stage 4 or 5, there will be a lot of eliminations happening.
That's kind of true. I'm still waiting for that something to happen. Nothing seems to happen yet. But we have to wait and see if that's going to happen soon, because they're sharing the same compound, but it's a bit shy for them. They're a bit shy to say hello now.
Well,
you know what? You have to agree for the fact that when it comes to Sano, every single player turns a bit shy in the game.
Yeah, I still think it's the choo-choo factor, you know. Yeah.
Is it still me?
Yeah,
Am I that too? Oh wait, not too shy. Moxie taken down by Shroud again. He's on fire, this guy.
I know, right? All of a sudden, you know what? Every time we want to say, it's like the caster thing. Right? The moment that we say that, okay, they're being nice and all that, or something happens. Like if you don't mention it, that's when they really chill. And there you go. Oh, the kid goes down.
Oh, this is a Chewy I mentioned.
Down to the last man.
So this is a Chewy I mentioned, Cloud. Now finally I found him. But for FV, Moxie, Roll really need help right now. As Goo just gonna go in from the side of Sin, and BGB. We do have BG coming in with Michu. Oh, it's all over the place. We're looking at the kill fit, but we're looking at a different team entirely. West Point Mamba start to move as well. PBE, used to known as KHI back then, are going to translate themselves into a different place entirely, transition, where we do have a lot of fire shot by APG. Shroud is just going wild today.
I know, right? I really start to feel that he's the Shroud that we all know of.
Are you sure about that? I'm not so sure about it, well, but okay. But back to its PBE, yeah.
Now, I was about to ask, like, you want to talk about your best memories of H2O earlier.
Yeah. But so many things happen right now.
I know, right? Okay, we'll talk about that later. Maybe in the bigger map.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Now back to us, PBE. I have to say, Ramon actually on the ground bleeding out. Monboy feels like he wants to save his mate here. I do hope he got enough smoke to cover himself, because there's an open field, an open road. Well, Game Lab actually waiting on top of a hill for them to actually rush in. But in the meantime, we do know it's none of these teams actually inside of a safe zone. They do need to make a move to get into the safe zone and circle. And they don't have much time either.
Yeah, I really want to know where the circle is right now. I have a feeling that it goes south at the minimap. So that means PBE had to go through like what? G-Lab on the left, and then there's Falcon, and then there's Yango Galacticos, and there's GE on the other side. Oh my goodness, there's just so many teams so close to each other.
It's just so compact right now. It's not too many spaces for this team to share upon. They need to take one out to cut across. But Marnet taking it on Falcon players. And Marnet just finish off. I'm sorry, but your name is Cloud as well.
Ouch.
It's your name, Cloud. I mean, like, if they put up your name, something wrong with their gameplay after that.
We're gonna get Chi to change her name to Choo Choo after this.
I probably will, but we're not done with Marnet. Look at how Falcon versus Marnet at the back of this hill, by the way.
Ooh, Okay. But APG, oh, I'm surprised that
Yup,
APG
live yan, live.
both of them.
Anthony.
Like one of them got knocked, but somehow still alive.
Yeah, happily just hop onto the scooter and just, you know what, it's none of our business here. We just want to get away with it. But for Falcon side, it's going to be a rush coming out from YG going into it. They were the one rushing into YG's territory, and there's going to be Goblin taking out Sundo with a UMP. Chanlone coming up from the backfire and just giving extra support with the DBS as well. And that's going to be spotting up more, and it's going to be exchange of Falcon. And Enigma happens to be there as well. Oh, what a brawl.
Oh, 1v1, here we go! And Romeo must not die that time. And he will be the one that eliminates Falcon.
Oh, he's not done and dusted yet. Rank it, just toss over a couple of smokes just to make sure he can get himself covered to move forward. We do have KE start to fight against BG in the other hand. Rank it being knocked out entirely. PBE, Raimon have to pick which is his better friend. Damigod will be picked up first while Rankit still crying for help. And being shut down 4-on-4, slowly dying out and bleeding out at the same time. G-Lab just keeps it going, but playing it very disciplined as well. They're not overextending themselves throughout that smoke.
Oh, but look at this. The Wrath of the Blue starting to take out players. One player from West Point Mumbai currently down. Hopefully he'll be able to top. H2O in the shack. But this is an open area for G and PBE.
Another team eliminated, FOD. This is surprising as they are one of the top teams that we're looking forward today. And it was in your prediction as well, right? Was it? I think so. No, it was mine, I guess. Or none of us.
We're not going to take the casters curse just yet.
Too early for that, huh? KE will be the one that actually taking most of this circle, but we do have Shroud and the kick coming out from APG coming out from the western side. Already tried to dominate on the other hand with BG on the northern side. You do have G-Lab and PBE still struggling to actually push through. Damigod tried to play around the corners, ring around the rosy, toss couple of nades, and that's it. There's going to be a huge round winning over the entire team. Will have access. PBE won that fight.
Okay, I'm going to take that casters curse. I did access, so better luck next round. Come back here. That's what they always say.
Oh well, it's not your day, I guess. Today it's just one of those days. But for the sort of Enigma, they already got themselves 5 elimination. This is a team that wants to keep it going. QB trying to spot out the teams beneath them, which are going to be the West Point Mamba, who's kind of stuck in the blue zone as well. I'm not sure if they have enough healing, if they want to play the healing game, but Federalis really needs help of Michi. But the thing is, he's being chased tail to tail by QB and Cooper. But in the meantime, I don't think they have enough time. This is the 5th point of the circle. If he wants to help, it feels like almost impossible.
Yeah, you can't. Considering that now, the blue zone damage has been increased for Sanhao, there's no way they can pick up his teammates. So Michi is all alone, but Enigma still knows that he's somewhere around there. And just as we speak about it, he's out.
You know what? It feels like Casa's curse today. I did mention about West Point Mamba early on, so I'm sorry, teams. Today is just not your day, okay? It's a Casa's day. Enigma still stuck behind at the edge of the blue zone with Koopa and QB slowly pushing forward. They have BG and KE to deal with. Not just that, PBE got quite a high ground, but they're not in the circle. They have to cut across BG. Am-Ish, who's already inside of a compound, inside of the building, waiting, because he's the last survivor for the team as well. The moment PBE try to cross over, there's going to be KE waiting on the other end, and they have to deal with BG first. It's better for PBE to take a longer rotation at this point.
Ooh. Hopefully they can find an opening at the southern side, because if they go straight down, well, I would say that MH would have the first view onto them and advantage with the shack. So he'll be able to at least knock one down before the other one comes by. So it's a disadvantage towards PBE. But speaking about this, the kid gets knocked down or finish off knockdown for the second day, leaving one player still active.
Wow. Good luck, have fun, that's all we have to say for now. H2O will be the next one eliminated. Damigod still lingering and lurking around there. But I do have another team being eliminated. It has been a while for GE to stand that long, but they are still trying to hold on for whatever they have. Sin on that has been very quiet. Sin's the one that actually didn't have any eliminations yet, and they finally got one and secured themselves one while waiting inside of the center of the circle. Ramon, how can he actually cut across against MH? There's one player across and KE, the entire team there. And we do have Shroud still living, but he's bleeding out by the blue zone as well, if I'm not mistaken. Probably try to play the healing game. But Ramon, I'm not sure that's gonna be lasting that much longer for him, as KE Devon takes PBE last player out. We're down to 5, or make it 4 maybe.
Yep, make that. Oh, it's still 5. Burmese Ghost is still around. So here's the circle. Ooh, Enigma has to put the circle. And it's going to be hard for MH. Look at his position. He has to get through E. He has to get through Enigma. It's going to be tough for him. His bet is just to play for placement.
At this point, Enigma feels very strong with the start of KE. We do know KE for a fact that he got himself quite a number of eliminations. Same goes for Enigma. But for Sin, they haven't secured enough elimination to be pushing their ranks when it comes to overall rankings. But for BG, where MH standing still in between, it's going to be KE closing in as well. But still survive. One more team eliminated. We're down to 3. Now MH against the wall, never mind, just got eliminated as well with no eliminations here. It's going to be 4v4 for KE fighting against head-to-head with Enigma.
Okay, I'm not going to call it yet, but I did pick KE, just saying.
We both did.
But now they have to go up against Enigma. Just say. Oh, no, be careful. Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Cooper now going in with a Caps. Cooking up the nade, less than 20 meters away. Sean gonna pay, got down straight away by QB from afar and just gonna heal it up. Caps gonna push forward. Cooper caught red-handed by KE. It's gonna be a really close call. It's gonna 2v3 right now. Caps pushing forward with the MP, and it's gonna be Enigma winning that fight. That was what a hectic last minute.
I know, right? And took it hard and fast against KE towards the end. And they finish up the Enigma from Philippines, securing the first chicken dinner for today. And Enigma, they are the last we saw them, they are at number 5. And with this chicken dinner, they could push themselves up to a top 3 finish maybe.